Giving praise and thanks to God for his continued grace and mercy. To the Mayor Anthony Copeland and City Clerk Rich Medina, to the City Council, all elected officials, to the clergy, to our Master of Ceremonies, to Dr. Stephen Fournier, Superintendent of Schools, and Mr. Adrian Brown, principal here at East Chicago Central High School. To teachers, moms, and dads, friends, and citizens of East Chicago, it is indeed my honor and my pleasure to swear in one of your newly elected school board trustees. So I'm going to skip forward to the oath because she and her husband are standing here. Now, if you will raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Maria Mercedes Taylor,
I, Maria Mercedes Taylor,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of the Office of School Trustee
discharge the duties of the Office of School Trustee
for the City of East Chicago
for the City of East Chicago
according to law
according to law
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
You prevailed and you prayed. You worshiped through this whole thing, even through your mom and the situation of her. You still came and you still pushed, and we talked. And I told you years ago that God was going to make you great in this city, and he's done it today. Congratulations. For standing, you have proven yourself in this city, at our church, with our family, our friends, and everyone around her, that Mercedes has a spirit of excellence. Mercedes is a woman of integrity, and Mercedes is one who's going full force. I'm a teacher, and I know that you're going to take care of the city. You're going to be great in this school, because that's what we need. To love on these children, to pray with them, and to push them to the next level so they can move on to their destiny. And again, I congratulate everyone, and again, we love you and we thank you.
Minds to the areas in which we inhabit, which is East Chicago right now. But the students that they're going to be setting policies for and supervising, in terms of administration as well, is going to be venturing beyond East Chicago, and they're going to be pursuing all kinds of interests and concerns that carries you not just in this country, but other countries as well. So you got to be dedicated. You got to be responsible. And I'm hoping they're committed to the objective, and I'm very supportive of them. And there's a couple things I just want to indicate to you, and I'm going to sit down. And these things I've learned, not just by living, but from the environment, from education, from experience, and from your loved ones, including my wife. And one of the things she said, she said, and this is a phrase that she gave me, she said that I will behave wisely in a perfect way. I will walk within my house with a perfect house. That's a philosophy, she said, you have to do. In other words, you can't just talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk as well. You gotta be very flexible. John's 4th chapter, 13 to 17th verse. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Those are things that you have to think about as well in terms of being a school board member, because you're going to direct and have a direct bearing on the lives of young people in terms of developing and everything. The other thing too is the school board members, they got to be involved in being aware in terms of what's going on beyond the city as well. We've got situations, you got to be aware of this now. And I just became aware of it a couple of days ago. There's a bill that was proposed in the House of Representatives that's going to affect public education. And I'm going to read a synopsis of the bill for you. And this is basically what the bill does. And it's very important, okay, because it's going to play a vital role in terms of your efforts, not just in directing policies, but also being activators, being activists in terms beyond that, in terms of trying to change minds beyond the students themselves. It's House Bill 1136, and it provides that if more than 50% of students who have legal settlement in a school corporation were enrolled in a school that is not operated by the school corporation on the 24th who fall on the average daily membership count date, who fall below that, the school corporation must be dissolved and all public schools of the school corporation must be transitioned to operating as charter schools. What does that mean? It means a lot. And I don't want to get into it right now, but if someone wants to talk about it further, we can. But I think there should be further discussions that should be gone on by the school corporation concerning that. And it sounds like there's an indirect way of trying to take over your public schools, which means what? Your jobs as school board members, jobs as teachers, jobs as administrators, your ability to be able to influence kids coming through, you're going to be forced to deal with charter schools. And they're the ones that's hurting you right now in terms of operation, because it limits your ability to be able to teach the kids, because the resources that are necessary for you to educate your kids are being earmarked toward charter schools. So that's something to think about. But in any event, I'm here to congratulate you, to wish you the best. You have all my support. Everybody knows me. Sometimes I run my mouth too much, but sometimes it's needed. And I thank you very much.